Have you ever lain awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering if all those insurance premiums you've been paying are really protecting your family's future? That nagging feeling in your gut telling you something's missing, despite doing everything right on paper. You're not alone in this midnight worry. And today, I'm going to show you why that instinct might be trying to tell you something important. Hi, I'm Jiten Modi. And over the past 2 decades as a personal finance strategist, I've sat across from countless families who thought they were fully protected, only to discover painful gaps in their financial safety net when it was almost too late. Today, I'm going to share some uncomfortable truths about traditional insurance products. Truths that the insurance industry doesn't want you to think about too deeply. Let me tell you about Anita, a story that still keeps me up at night. A successful professional in her late 40s, Anita had been paying her insurance premiums religiously for 18 years. She felt secure, protected. Then her husband was diagnosed with a rare illness requiring specialized treatment. That's when the facade of security crumbled. Her traditional policy, which seemed so comprehensive on paper, covered barely 40% of the actual costs. The rest, it came from their children's education fund. Dreams postponed because of gaps in coverage no one had warned them about. This isn't just Anita's story. It's playing out in homes across India right now, where families are discovering the harsh realities of traditional insurance limitations in the most painful ways possible. Let me break down why these traditional products are increasingly becoming like using an umbrella with hidden holes. You only discover the gaps when it starts raining. First, there's what I call the silent wealth drain. Think about it. You're paying premiums year after year, decade after decade. If you're fortunate enough never to claim, where does all that money go? It's like paying rent for 30 years and having nothing to show for it at the end. In today's world, where building generational wealth is crucial, can you really afford to have your money disappear into thin air? Then there's the inflation trap. Perhaps the most dangerous gap of all. That 1 crore coverage you signed up for. In 15 years, it might barely cover what 30 lakhs covers today. Medical costs are rising at twice the rate of general inflation. Your children's education costs are skyrocketing. But your traditional insurance coverage, it stays frozen in time. Like a photograph of financial security that grows more outdated with each passing year. The premium escalator is another hidden pain point. Traditional policies often demand higher premiums as you age, exactly when your earning capacity might be decreasing. Imagine reaching your retirement years, when you should be enjoying the fruits of your labor, only to find yourself burdened with premium payments that eat into your savings. It's like climbing a mountain only to find the peak keeps getting higher. But perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect is what I call the protection mirage. Many traditional policies come with so many exclusions, waiting periods, and conditions that when you actually need them, you discover your safety net has more holes than net. It's like having a life jacket that looks perfect until you're in deep water and discover it doesn't float. Let me share another story that hits close to home. Rajesh, a 45-year-old IT professional, came to me last year, proud of the fact that he had been paying premiums for 2 decades. "I'm fully covered," he said confidently. When we analyzed his coverage, we discovered that after accounting for inflation, rising healthcare costs, and his family's growing needs, his insurance would cover barely 30% of what his family would need if something happened to him. 20 years of premiums and still a 70% gap in protection. This is why I'm passionate about sharing these truths with you today. Because every day I see families walking into my office thinking they're protected, only to discover they've been sold an illusion of security rather than real protection. But here's the good news. The financial world has evolved. Modern solutions exist that address these critical gaps. Imagine a protection strategy that not only secures your family's future but also builds wealth. A strategy where your money works double duty, providing protection while growing into a legacy you can pass on to the next generation. Think about this. What if, instead of your premiums disappearing into thin air, they could build a corpus that actually pays for your future protection? What if your coverage could grow with inflation, ensuring your family's needs are truly met? What if you could stop paying premiums after 7 or 12 years, yet maintain lifetime coverage? These aren't just hypothetical questions. These solutions exist today. The cost of ignoring these gaps in traditional insurance isn't just financial, it's emotional. It's the stress of lying awake at night wondering if you've done enough. It's the potential burden you might unknowingly leave on your loved ones. It's the dreams your children might have to sacrifice because what you thought was adequate protection turned out to be anything but. You deserve better than this uncertainty. Your family deserves more than a financial protection strategy full of hidden gaps and limitations. They deserve real security. The kind that grows stronger with time, not weaker. This is your wake-up call. Don't wait for a crisis to discover the gaps in your insurance coverage. Don't let another premium payment go by without knowing if it's really giving you the protection you think it is. Take the first step toward real financial security today. Through the link in the description below, you can book a free clarity session with me. Together, we'll analyze your current insurance coverage, identify the gaps you might not even know exist, and create a strategy that truly protects your family's future while building your wealth. Remember, real financial security isn't just about having insurance, it's about having the right protection strategy that grows with you and your family's needs. Let's make sure your family's future is built on solid ground, not on the shifting sands of traditional insurance limitations.